trying to be a professional dancer without knowing the language, being actually not Indian because people look at you also from a different angle. I look a little bit strange maybe.
Beautiful.
Thanks. So it wasn't that easy as Amsterdam, and after 1 year I almost gave up.
Yeah.
I almost went back to Belgium. But what happened is that during that year I built up a network with phone numbers, email addresses, people that I saw face to face. And a couple months before the end of the year, I wrote one big email with my story, what I was looking for. I was looking for a project or a place where I could teach.
Yeah.
I think in the email were like 50 people I put in the email address box. So many people that I never met, just put in there. And only one person replied. And it happened to be that this person was looking for a choreographer because he had an idea about creating a show. Now, the moment he replied, he was outside India. And he told me through this email, I'm going to be back in July, somewhere July 2017. I was doubting, like, okay, maybe I go, maybe I don't go. Because we're only going to have 20-30 minutes at the airport because he had a layover, and then he goes to Ahmedabad. I don't know where the place is. So he says yes, I say yes, and we meet at Starbucks in Mumbai airport, and we clicked.
So you stayed for that 10-20 minute meeting?
Yes.
That's a huge decision to make.
So this is again one of those moments that you say, maybe I do it, maybe I don't. If I don't, we don't have this conversation.
Yeah, amazing.
And I do.
Did you feel pressure kind of maybe from home and parents of, oh, actually they've invested in me so much, they've let me come here? Did you feel the push to come back, or were you like, no, I'm gonna stay?
No, see, I always had this sense and this idea that something will happen.
That's amazing. That's brilliant.
Because if you don't, why would you do the big jump in the first place?
I think that's a really interesting point, because it's almost like you found dance and you went all in with everything that you do. And if you go all in, you will. Yes. It's inevitable. If you go all in on something,
even with bluffing. No, really, I was bluffing in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't that good. And maybe I'm not that good now, but I believe. And I believe that I could make it. Yeah. And that's why I'm here. Because, of course, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
And you have to do whatever the people you're working with.
Yeah.
But somehow, every decision will lead you somewhere. So if you make that decision in the direction of the goal that you have in front of you, I believe it will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with that kind of mindset and going all in.
Yes.
I have that sense that inevitably, if you work, like you said, work hard, it will happen.
But you have to be fearless. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Because what I said before is all those people who are working in the factories, they started to have this fear. And because they changed their mindset, or maybe in like next year I can start over again, or maybe in 5-10 years. But at that moment they had the fear, and it never got them to that point again.
And do you think that kind of fearlessness was within you kind of always, and because of your kind of circumstance and upbringing? Or is that something that grew within you as you start to learn that kind of taking these risks kind of paid off?
I don't know if you have to go into this, but in this private conversation we had before, we had this thing about dying 8 times. So we can go into it, but that's going to take another 10-15 minutes.
Should we carry on with the journey? Or?
Yeah. But I'm just saying that a lot of things happened in my life before, and I think just by going through each and every stage of that fucked up thing that happened, is that I
think it gives you a sense that, okay, this is temporary.
Yeah.
We need to get on with this and,
Yes.
and carry on. If it doesn't work,
yes.
no worries.
I'll tell one thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Instead
please.
of all the 8, I'll give one of them.
Please,
is
please.
depression. I got into a depression.
Yeah.
What I learned through, I think, 4 or 5 years depression, is that nobody can help you. You are the only one who can take you out of it and take the next step.
Yeah.
People can be loving, people
Yeah.
can throw you lifelines, people can be caring and whatever,
Yeah.
but if you don't accept it, and if you don't take that lifeline, or if you don't take that first step, nothing will happen. So I did.
Yeah.
I was in an alcoholic state, in a addictive state, and then in depression, knowing that, and seeing all the other depressed people, like with their lives and how they got stuck, and how they didn't want to be helped,
Yeah.
how they kept on going in the same circles.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that if I wanted to get out and do something with my life, I had to take that first step.
Yeah.
So basically, actually, that depression period got me also in the path of just leave everything behind.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, it's not going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fearlessness. It's you learn so much through your bad stuff before that you don't care of another bad stuff because you can take it.
Yeah.
Or not, and it doesn't matter. So that's the big thing, is that you don't care. You don't care whatever will happen. It's just go for it and see what happens instead
I
of
think that's so.
thinking about
That's a really, those experiences again build you.
it. Yeah.
Are obviously so important and kind of take you to that mindset.